who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the gas. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before, and man, I'm not perfect.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
All right, guys. Welcome to this fantastic Dragon Ball show known as Daima. It's just oh so amazing. There's nothing wrong with Daima. It's just the best show ever. It's the best thing that's ever hit anyone's TV screen. If you don't like Daima by now, you're a hater. Who am I kidding? Okay. Yeah. I knew in the back of my mind, I kind of knew they was gonna pull this crap. I don't know how. Geekdom said it. He suggested it. That they was gonna do Dragon Super Saiyan 4. Yeah. And I didn't. Reason why I kept denying it, because I didn't think they'd be this crazy to do this. I didn't think they'd be this stupid to put Super Saiyan 4 in Daima. I think what they're doing now, they're just like they did with Super. They're just throwing transformations in there just for the sake of throwing transformations in. And they just gave Goku a random power up, just for the sake of giving him just for the sake of putting the. See, I'm gonna. I usually do rants, and sometimes I do educated things, but this one I'm just gonna explain why. And why I don't like this, and people are, you're a hater and all this other stuff. They're saying, it's not Super Saiyan 4. It's the same. It's clearly different because of the hair color. Shut up. Okay, it's Super Saiyan 4. Let's stop it. Let's stop, please. It's Super Saiyan 4. All right, it's Super Saiyan 4. Let's just get off of that. Let's get off of that. It's different because it didn't happen the same way. Oh, his hair is different and he has a glow. Just stop. Just stop doing that. Stop doing that. Y'all know this is stop playing. You know this is Super Saiyan 4. Okay, please stop playing. Stop doing that. That's plot. They're using just like the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta thing. All this stuff is plot, and it's all jizzed up just so you can. Just so it's all a business cash grab. Just like that's all it's all it is. And so I ain't mad at them. Make your money, make your paper. But now They have to explain how this fits in with the continuity. That's why I call it Super Saiyan Continuity has arrived. Super Saiyan Continuity. Because how does this make sense? How can you explain their trip to Demon World as kids, and then it goes into Super and all that other stuff? And none of it makes sense. Okay? It just doesn't make sense. It's just a power up, just like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. All this stuff none of this lines up. It doesn't even make sense with the rest of the series. Oh, it's a different form. Shut up. Okay? But Vegeta didn't use Super Saiyan 3 because of strategy. Shut up. He didn't use it because he didn't have it. They didn't think of this. Dragon Ball Diamond is a cash grab. Just like Dragon Ball Super was a cash grab when they gave all those random transformations. Okay? Goku with blue hair, Goku with white hair, Goku with red hair. They wanted to sell toys and sell merchandise. It's just all for business. Anybody that doesn't see that is just, they're trying to explain it, and it's just this demon form, and it's a different form from Super Saiyan. It's Super Saiyan 4. Marketing wise, it's Super Saiyan 4. Okay, it's just Super Saiyan 4. We just got to stop. After a while, we have to just stop being crazy, being idiots. All right, just got to stop it every now and then. But anyway, we got to get into this thing. I said I was gonna do the stream this evening. And I want to start keep my word, because without your word, you're nothing. If your word ain't no good, then you know the rest.
Now I know why exactly you clicked on this video. You want to know what I think, considering where I come from within the Dragon Ball community. What do I think about this particular revelation from episode 18 of Dragon Ball Daima, known as Awakening? And quite frankly, if you hate Dragon Ball Daima at this point, right now, I'm not going to mince my words anymore. You're just hating Daima to spite it.
No, it's not spite. The thing is, if you're going to make a series tie-in with Super, it's supposed to make sense and actually tie in with Super. One, gonna explain it. Okay, I always rant. You gotta get an educated answer. You sound like a kid when you rant. One, the Kais and the fusion, the Batar thing. They messed all that up. The continuity's all wrong now. Let me explain why. At first, they used the Dragon Balls. In Dragon Ball Super, they used the Dragon Balls to spread apart. 2, during the Battle of Gods, they were still Kabuto Kai. But in this, which is supposed to take place before Super, Super takes place 3 years after, 3 or 4 years after Kid Buu. Excuse me. And they were still one person. They were still one being. In Dragon Ball Diamond, they were already separated, and they went inside Buu they let Buu absorb them so they could separate. That's just not that ain't in Super, okay? It's not in Super. All right, that didn't happen. How do you explain that? Okay, so that's one thing that doesn't make any sense. 3, when at the end of Z, Bulma said it's been 5 years since we last spoke or met or said anything. You hadn't talked to us in 5 years. She told Goku this. You hadn't said anything to us in 5 years. Krillin was mad at Goku because he hadn't heard from his best buddy in 5 years. All of them were pissed off at the tournament. They were all mad at Goku. You can go back and watch it because they hadn't heard from him in 5 years. He hadn't called or done anything and heard from anybody. The only person probably wasn't mad was Vegeta because, hey, Vegeta ain't gonna talk to you no way either. He's gonna be doing the same thing Goku doing, which is training. So they don't care. They're Saiyans. They mostly be isolated anyway unless it comes to training and fighting and all that other stuff. That. But what's happened since Super started? A whole bunch of arcs, and then Daima took place right here. All this stuff is squeezed into this 10-year continuity. All this stuff is squeezed in from Daima. Then you got it's supposed to go right into Super. Okay, The Potara doesn't make sense. The Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta doesn't make sense. The whole time skip to the end of Z, they're supposed to have not heard from anybody in 5 years. This is not Daima related, by the way, because it's Super related. But Daima's supposed to tie into Super. So I'm just putting everything in one bag. Okay? None of it makes sense. None of it ties in. Okay? None of it. All right? It's not spite. It's just we know now that Daima is just fan service garbage. Just like Dragon Ball Super Heroes, just like that Super Dragon Ball Heroes, my bad. Dragon Ball Super was fan service garbage, all of it. Now there are some good things about it, but it was still garbage. In a nutshell, it was garbage. Just fan service. Like I said, Goku with blue hair, Goku with red hair, Goku with white hair, Goku with pink hair. Goku never had pink hair. Did you see my pre-stream picture? It was still Goku's body. Of course, there was an evil deity possessing it, but it doesn't make. It's the same difference. It's all Goku. Same difference. It doesn't make any difference. It's all Goku. It's Goku with pink hair. Okay? Alright. So, it's all fan service garbage. Diamond's just another. They give you, we get to see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And they're going to say, be happy. Toriyama gave us something before he died. Again, he didn't have to turn them into kids to do this. If you're going to bring back Super Saiyan 4, if you're going to bring back all these crazy forms and transformations, you don't have to make them kids for this. And then the other thing that I don't like, Super Saiyan 4. Why is he still a child? If he uses magic to turn on Super Saiyan 4, if they want to give us this fan service garbage, they could at least did it as adults. If they want to make Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, they could at least kept them as adults. Okay? That's why. No one wants to see kids running around. No one's interested in that. And for people to say, Daima's selling great. Daima's doing great. The views are horrible, right? The views from Daima are trash. The views are terrible. Alright? I just want y'all to know this. Daima's doing very badly. It's just that people are hyping it up so much that you'll never notice. But it's doing horrible. On all these websites, the numbers are terrible or pathetic. Okay? Reasons why we don't like Daima, it's not out of spite. It's because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't tie in to what they say it's supposed to tie into. It doesn't make sense. It ties into Super. No, it doesn't. People are gonna, when Super comes back, y'all are gonna be lost. No, we're not, because it doesn't tie into Super. It doesn't tie into anything. It doesn't even tie into Z. How are you gonna have? None of this makes sense. None of it. Okay. Now you got Super Saiyan 4. Okay, now it's going to go from Super Saiyan 4, then it's going to be Super Saiyan God. So in Super, none of these forms were ever mentioned. You mean to tell me they went on with their lives without even thinking about or dreaming about Super Saiyan 4, achieving that form ever again? He just went back to Super Saiyan 3 and God and all this other stuff. Come on, y'all. I know y'all can think better than this. I know people can think better than this. They never wanted to achieve Super Saiyan 4 again after that power up from the Namekian. They never wanted to go back to this, even though it's stronger than Super Saiyan 3. I'm just saying, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So no one's ever it was never mentioned in Super. None of it was ever brought up. You know why it was never mentioned or brought up in Super? Because it didn't happen. None of this crap is real. It's all bullcrap. Everything after Z really is just BS. It's just made up garbage. All this stuff is cash grab merchandise stuff. But anyway, that's really all it is. It's nothing, anyway.
Out of spite, because quite frankly, Daima threw everything at the kitchen sink.
It threw everything, including Boo Boo, at the kitchen sink.
And I will be really giving you a deep dive discussion of the episode itself and what Daima represents in a future video. So
go ahead.
Subscribe to the channel to find out more as we elaborate. But in the here and now, this particular form, because I think
is GT, it's a rehash from GT. That's what this particular form is. Anyone that says anything different is just clearly not using their brain and clearly just ignoring all common sense. Oh, it's just different. No, it's not. Just stop. Just stop it. It's not different. Someone called me a idiot earlier on Facebook. Oh, you're an idiot. The form is clearly different. Shut up. It's not different. We gotta stop being stupid every now and then in our lives. Sometimes you just have to start using your brain. Let's just stop. It's different. How is it different? It's the same garbage. It's the same transformation from GT. Just stop this. Just stop it.
Quite frankly, there's spoilers. I'm not going to worry about spoilers anymore. You've been spoiled by pretty much everyone who's not really watched Daima but saw that clip and is basically going into all of these discussions without context.
The context doesn't matter. It's the fact that they brought this transformation in. We know what this is. You don't need context. Everyone and their mom knows what Super Saiyan 4 is. Everyone and their grandma knows what it is. My 3-year-old son knows what this is. He doesn't even watch Dragon Ball. Everyone knows this is Super Saiyan 4. Who doesn't know this? You don't need context for this crap. Oh, you gotta get the context. No, we don't need context. It's just something. They brought it in for fan service garbage. They brought it in for fan service, just like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and they made the form look terrible. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta looks awful. You're just hating. Shut up. It's awful. It looks horrible. Well, it's a perfected version of the form. No, it took Goku 7 years to get the form down. So how would Vegeta get it in a year? No, it's plot, fan service, bullcrap. That's all it is. It's just to show off Vegeta with Super Saiyan 3. That's what it is. And people are falling for it. Oh, maybe he was training in secret. Shut up. He didn't know that Goku had the form until he died. So how the heck would he perfect it in a year? Just stop. Trying to explain this garbage. It's garbage. There's no explaining this crap. It's Super Saiyan 4. Oh, it's just a secret, a demonic form. It's an entity of the square root to 3 minus. Just stop it. It's just Super Saiyan 4. Just made. They just threw it in here through plot fan service. That's what they did. Any other answer is just made up headcanon trash. Okay. He did it through the demons. Just stop. Just okay. It's just plot. It's plot armor fan service.
The reimagining, Toriyama's own interpretation of Super Saiyan 4, but
because everything that they came out with, Toriyama wanted his hand on it. Just like with Broly, they came out with Broly, and Toriyama wanted to do Broly. They came out with Bardock, and Toriyama wanted to do Bardock, and it sucked. They came out with it's just not. He did his own version of what was already out there. Just like Broly, just like Bardock. Just like he came back and redid Cell. He came back and brought Frieza back. Of course, Toriyama did those characters, but you know what I'm saying. Everything is just rehash at this point. All of it. Well, every show does that, but at least they do it better. This is just garbage. How they just threw Super Saiyan 4 in there. Well, you're just being a hater. No, it doesn't make sense. None of it ties in right. If you're going to do something, if you're going to tie it into Super, make it tie into Super the right way. Super Saiyan 4 was never mentioned in Super. It's just made up. They just threw it in there. And the people, we know it is. We know it, they just threw it in there. It's just a cash grab. We all know it is. So ain't no explaining it. You don't need context. If they use a transformation that was already in GT. That's what they did. They used it. They made one of the Majins look like a shadow dragon. I mean, and people are trying to explain it and making it seem like you're dumb because you won't accept this trash.
This time, it's not based through pure ki alone or the golden Uzaru of Dragon Ball GT.
It was the first one wasn't based off pure ki. It was blessed waves. It was all kind of crap. And then, of course, it probably had some magic in there because how the heck did Goku go from Ozaru, tore through all his clothes just to come back with clothes on again in Super Saiyan 4? He had magic pants and all this other garbage. So it had some kind of magic in it. He went from being Ozaru, he tore through his clothes, then all of a sudden he had pants again. So it was a mixture of a lot of things in GT. You had Bloods waves, you had all kind of stuff. That was more science-y like, but it was other stuff involved. It wasn't just this raw ki.
This is all through magic. And people thinking that this is a MacGuffin, well, I personally think it actually alludes to a theory that Haverock and I had on the channel not that long ago.
Ain't no theory to explain garbage.
That Neva is the real architect of everything that goes on in the demon world. Bulma is just a puppet, a facsimile. And many things have been confirmed to really prove our
He's plot. That's what he
theory
is.
right. That
He's
this
plot.
old Namekian is
Plot.
Toriyama's own ultimate self-insert character.
Ultimate plot device.
He's the one calling the shots here.
He's the one controlling the plot.
And he's like, nah, this is not going the way I want it. I imagine you,
I changed the plot to make it fan servicey.
Monkey Boy, I'm unlocking your potential. Because, well,
If it unlocks his potential, how come it didn't happen in Super? If he unlocks his potential, how come he can't access this form permanently? Why is this only a one-time deal? And I know it's only a one-time because he can't access it in Super. Because he didn't go turn this form against Beerus. If he had a hidden transformation, he could have accessed it there against Beerus. Probably wouldn't have mattered much, but at least we would have got to see it. Now, if you would get Super Saiyan 3, and then he would have turned this form, he would transform into that in Battle of Gods. Then I would have seen how they could connect this to Super. Because why use an inferior transformation against the God of Destruction? Doesn't make any sense, does it? Why would they not use it in the Tournament of Power? Why would they not use it in the Universe 6 tournament? Doesn't make any sense, does it? I'm just saying.
we'll touch upon this in a moment when the Dragon Balls of the Demon Realm have been released. But this particular form of the reimagined...
It looks like garbage. Okay? It pales in comparison to the original. Okay? It does. Alright?
magical Super Saiyan 4.
Magical garbage.
I personally like it. I personally think
I don't. I'm ready for them to grow up again.
it makes absolute sense.
No, how? Explain this to me, sir. Masco, explain this to me. I used to watch your other stuff and your other channels. Explain to me how Kid Goku going Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Daima that's supposed to take place right before Super, even though they never used the form in Super. Explain to me how that makes sense. I would love to know.
And this is probably one of these things that even gives Goku the entertaining concept of God Ki eventually, because
No.
as we are now starting to think that maybe Elder Namekians are the offshoot of the infamous Zalama, who might have been the first Namekian,
No.
who was then in cahoots with the likes of gods and demons and angels.
No, how they did the God Key with Goku. They stood around and with gold hair and did the spare me your energy garbage like they did in GT, like they do with every other continuity. Like when he beat Brawley, they did the spare me your energy stuff, and he became a god. It didn't happen in Demon Realm,
etc. And you just got to look at the coloring. It's all connecting ultimately.
It's all terrible
with Super Saiyan God, and maybe this is
no, it's not. Just no, it's not. No, it's not. God, these people they just make up stuff. He's just making stuff up. Oh, it's connected. No, it ain't. If it was connected, why didn't we see a glimpse of it when he freaking fought Beerus? It ain't connected. No, it ain't. He's supposed to just be making up stuff. It's all headcanon garbage.
This is going back to the feelings that Goku had when he got the God form through doing the ritual with Beerus, how he felt sad.
No.
He didn't earn this power, because you got to remember, from Battle
They're not connected, though.
of Gods and Super, Goku was really annoyed that maybe, yet again, he was gifted a power through something that wasn't pure training. This was his first experience of it, because I don't think that Goku's going to be finding this transformation on his own again, because this is something that's connecting the Buu saga with Dragon Ball Super, Daima. This was a one-time
No, it's all garbage.
thing. This was neither going, I'm just going to give you my little own leg up and see what you can do with it. And I don't think this is really harmful at all, because
Yeah, it is. It's stupid. It really is. They bring up Super Saiyan 4 only for him to never, ever, 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 ever use it again, ever. No, it's really dumb.
it didn't really change the narrative of the story.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Stop. Yeah, it did. Of course it did.
It was a cool little tidbit. It changed the face of the episode for at least a few more minutes. But what this went to show is that the real...
Because Daima doesn't even line up with Super. Daima, it does not line up with Super. I've explained why earlier. So, I mean, hey.
The bad guy here is not Goma. The fact that Goma got big and chunky. This is making Broly look like an infinitesimally little speck as he grew throughout the Broly movie. Goma is going to get to that point where he's completely unsustainable, that he'll explode with the power, and that the real bad guy of the series is the Third Eye. That's the main baddie. And who knows what might happen with that thing.
Ooh, don't care.
That it might ultimately...
See how excited I am about this? And you see how boring this video is? You see how boring his video is? This is how Daima is, guys. Daima is like this all the way through. There's some exciting things in it. They had some wow woo moments with the Super Saiyan 3 and that's why they had to throw these transformations in there. That's why they had to do all this other extra stuff. Because they never had to do all this in Dragon Ball. They never, in Namek, Goku didn't have 1,000 different transformations. The Saiyan Saga, they didn't have millions of transformations. All this stuff was just interesting to watch because it was just good. You don't have to throw 1,000, 10 million transformations in there. He got another transformation. Oh, he got another transformation. Oh, he got another Come on, man. You don't have to do all that to make a good show, a good series. Yu Yu Hakusho was phenomenal. He didn't have 10,000 transformations. Okay? Demon level 1, Demon level 3, Demon level 8 and crap. Inuyasha was a good show. Yeah, his sword had power-ups, but he didn't have 1,000,000 transformations. You saw his demon form. You saw him when he as a full human, and you saw him as a half demon. That was it. That's all he had. He didn't have thousands of transformations because it was just a good show. It was just good writing. You don't need all that to make a good series. You just don't need it all. That's my point. They're throwing thousands of transformations in. They keep changing the continuity. They keep changing the people's origins and all this other stuff. Keep changing up stuff. And that's when you know, boys and girls, that you just have bad writing. That's when you know the writing sucks. Because you have to keep changing everything up. Giving 1,800 different transformations. Oh, we got a new origin. Oh, we got a new origin. Oh, we got a new origin. Oh my goodness.
Lead to the Third Eye abandoning Golma if it's not getting anywhere, and then ultimately might find another host. But that is discussions for later on in the video. But yes, this particular Super Saiyan 4.
How long is this video?
Toriyama's reimagining, and it really
it's boring. That's how long it is.
Confirms the theory that this is his own interpretation, where Akira Toriyama is in the driver's seat. This is the Dragon Ball GT of the new generation. Yes, the Dragon team are starting to understand what magic is all about, but they've still got a lot to learn. That sure, it can give you absolute power and wonderful things, but it's still something they need to.
They know all about magic at this point. Dragon Balls are nothing but magic. Piccolo and all of them, they're magic. Baba, Master Roshi's sister, she's a whole entire witch. Okay, they know all about magic at this point. You got it's magic is all throughout Dragon Ball. That rabbit character that could turn people into carrots. It's just a whole. Dragon Ball started out with all sorts of stuff, mystical and magical stuff. The original series, original Dragon Ball, was all about magic. It had martial arts and stuff in there too, but it was all about magic. Dragon Ball Z is when it started turning into science and stuff. But Dragon Ball was more magic. It was more. Had more magic in it. Mythical stuff. So, yeah.
Really focus and learn more of, because Goma can just reverse it. Because even though Goma was seen as a little funny clown imp for the long.
Oh yeah, Namex were also known for magic, doing magical stuff. So this is not the first time we've seen magic.
This time, he's still incredibly knowledgeable, and when he's got the strength to back it up, he's incredibly scary. And even Arinsu knows this, the Glind scientician of the demon world, because as we saw, Goma can just go like, I don't like that form. No, I don't like that form either. No. Ah, that one. The really weak one. I like that because you can't do anything against me. And then Goku's completely out of it. And then we get into the final bit of this episode, and why I am not worried about what Gloria is going to do at all. Because, yeah.
This name's still booty hole to me, I'm sorry.
The fact that the next episode is called Betrayal, it's not the betrayal that you think. This is going to be the betrayal of another kind. Something that Frieza didn't understand back in the day when he was fraternizing with Namekians, because he was simply going, oh, I'm all-powerful. I don't need to know all of the things about the Namekian language myself. I just can get those little peons to do all of it for me. Someone can learn the language. I don't have to because I'm busy being evil. And that's exactly what Arinsu is doing. And that was indicated to me immediately when...
Well... My thing is, I just want to see him grow up. Anyway, I can't sit through this for 20 minutes. It's just, I can't sit through it. It just won't work. Where's another? Because I can't do that. It just ain't gonna work. I can't sit through that for 20 whole minutes. Because I'll probably fall asleep and I'll put y'all to sleep. Okay, I'm not gonna torture y'all like that. I just refuse. All right, I ain't gonna do it to y'all. Okay. Now where we at? Cause I'd rather. Let's see where we at. Cause I just can't. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Okay. He's at least more entertaining. Because I'm not doing
Aspiring
that.
YouTubers and
I ain't putting y'all through that.
We will help you start and monetize your faceless YouTube channel within the next 60 days, guaranteed. So first, I'll help you pass the YouTube Partner Program Review using our network to...
No.
Goku's transformation is here, guys. Episode 18 of Dragon Ball Daima Awakening. I honestly can't believe it.
I still think he should have been an adult. It's just... No.
They did it. They gave Goku, well, I'm going to spoil it here if you haven't seen the episode yet.
At least he's more entertaining. See this? He's not putting anybody. I could watch his videos without falling asleep. Because with Bosco X, I can't do 20 minutes of him. I just can't do it. Not today. It might be another day. Not today, okay? I've had a long day, had to work all day, had to prepare some paperwork and stuff like that. I just can't. He makes me want to log off from my computer and just vomit everywhere. That's what he makes me want to do. So I just can't do I can't do no 20-minute. Just not today. Any other day though.
Spoiler warnings. I try not to spoil.
Probably not any other day either. I just ain't. I don't have it.
Spoil it in the title and thumbnail. But yeah, it's Super Saiyan 4.
And people are saying this looks. No, it doesn't look better than the original. It really doesn't. And yeah, it doesn't. They always take stuff and mess it up. To me. Now, I'm not saying it looks bad. It just doesn't look as good as the original. You know, the original stuff, like Goku and GT, looks better than Daima. They call themselves trying to make it better, enhance it, but the original look is still better.
We got Kid Goku, Super Saiyan 4, in pretty much all of its glory. He was a total Chad in this chapter. So many artistically beautiful shots. We got him running like a monkey. We got him decimating Goma. But the fight is not
still be better as an adult.
Over. It will continue in the next episode. And Goku has been drained of all of his power, but a wish has been granted. And I believe that he will be transforming back into an adult and probably go.
And God, with this the one thing. God, I hope he's right. I hope they turn him back into adults. I hope they just turn these people back into adults, and just stop wasting our time.
Go back in a Super Saiyan 4 adult for the next episode. I'm pretty sure, which is insane. So let's.
I hope so.
Start from the beginning of this episode because it was almost all action. Goku starts in Super Saiyan 3, and as typical in Super Saiyan 3 fashion, he starts out extremely well, and the fight was really cool, but the stamina consumption is too strong, and we see every time from Super Saiyan 3, it starts out strong, and then it fails. And that's pretty much what happens here. Goku fights Goma for a little bit, and the action is great, but he just starts eventually losing. Majin Buu decides to join in after his brother throws him a cookie, and he realizes that he can power up too, and he gets like Super Saiyan 3 hair, and actually...
And this right here shows that you can't take this stuff serious. You cannot take any of this serious. That's why I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at any of this. Because you can't take it serious. Look at this. Look at this. He has Super Saiyan 3 hair. I mean, just this all this is kid stuff. So I'm not upset about it. Gotta know what it is.
Goes ham for a little bit.
That's why I started doing other content. Why I hadn't been over here in a while. I've been doing other content. I've been on my Terrell Speaks and other channels. Because I've been talking about I've been doing real life content because there are a lot of other things I could be talking about and doing other than this one. By the way, the replay on this stream will be on Tito's Entertainment TV. That's the other YouTube channel I have for all my live streams and all the other stuff. I just decided to do a stream over here just because, but that's where my stuff will be at, Tito's Entertainment TV. But back to the stuff.
Gotta admit, like, there's something about this Majin Buu guy that he kind of
Majin Buu
carries the series for me. Like, he's totally the MVP of this series. I just love Majin Buu, but his
Majin Dookie
chocolate power wore off.
Majin Dookie and Majin Coochie
off pretty quick, and he's out of it. But it was funny.
They all look like Shadow Dragons, or they all look kind of weird.
And that's when Neva notices, comes over, and does something to awaken the primal power within Goku. And this immediately triggers his Super Saiyan 4 transformation. And it was immaculate. Like, the shots here were crazy. There was just so much animation that went into making this transformation pop off. Like, they really wanted to make this a highlight episode to make the internet go crazy, and they put in the...
And like I said, I think the Diamond's numbers are still down. It's just, it's still just hype to get the people to back to watching again. Excuse me. It's just to get us back watching again. But I'm just still waiting on them to grow up, waiting on this to be over. 2 more episodes left. I'm just waiting on it to be over.
Work. There is just so many like artistic highlight
I just can't wait to be over.
shots in this whole episode. Obviously, you're going to be seeing a lot here in this video, and they made Goku look super cool. And you can tell that it is the primary point of...
And just for the sake of it, how about this? To the fanboys, if once the series is over and once they dub it, I'll try to stomach watching it just to shut them up. You never seen it. You can't hate on it. I'll try to stomach it, watching it. It's only 20 episodes. I'll try to stomach it, and I'll give an honest review on it, and I'm probably not gonna like it, but I'll give my honest review. I'll try to stomach it, just to give my thoughts on it. Okay, that way I'm not interested in it, really. I have no interest. That's why I don't have much to say, because I don't have any real, genuine investment in it. But I'll try to stomach it, because I don't like shows about kids. I just don't. But hey, it's content. So I'm doing this. I'll review it if I need to, and whatever I don't like, I'm gonna talk about it. Whatever I think is garbage, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I just want to put that out there.
Of this,
I'm not gonna hype it up though. Like I don't see anything. You know, it's okay. I'm not hyping it up. I've seen some of the fight scenes from Diamond. I've already seen some of the fight scenes. It's just not enough to make. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm so excited. I'm just not excited about this stuff. Can't make me get excited about it.
Entire episode is just to make Super Saiyan 4 Goku look as raw as possible, because this is basically officially canonizing Super Saiyan 4.
I don't care.
Which is what
I just really don't care.
Fans had thought was a huge possibility for this series. In fact, there was a ton of debate at the beginning over whether or not this is GT 2.0, and yes, confirmed it is.
It's definitely GT 2.0. It's always been that. We've been saying that.
GT 2.0. They made it extremely cool, but they didn't make it OP. Like, it just gave him a really nice big power boost, enough that he could fight Goma a little bit better. But the third eye that Goma has just continually makes him stronger and stronger and stronger. And as we saw at the end of the episode, he eventually becomes a giant, and he kind of gets out of control. And it seems that even though Super Saiyan 4 Goku is insanely strong, he's still kind of struggling near the end of the episode. So I like that. It's like they gave him this form, they made it extremely cool, they made him extremely powerful, but they didn't make it so OP that it was just like, oh, okay, it's there for 2 seconds, he one-shots the enemy, and that's the end of the series. Like, there's still a lot coming, and I'm dying to see him as an adult Super Saiyan 4, which...
I'm just dying to see, I can't wait till they become adults, period. That's just me, though.
I'm almost positive we're getting in the next episode, and that's...
And if I tell you what, if he becomes an adult in the next episode, I'll watch that episode. I'll start watching it when they grow up. Okay, I'll watch it when they grow up. If he makes them adults in the next, I'll watch that. I'll watch the last 2 episodes. I'll watch the first episode, and I'll watch the last 2. If they become adults in the last 2. Because those are the only ones I care about. I don't like seeing kids running around.
It's going to make fans go really nuts. So we got this awesome animation of Goku running like kind of as a monkey. This reminds me a lot of the whole Kefla sliding Kamehameha scene. Just a beautifully artistic animation that's so dynamic and cool. A highlight reel.
Still would be better than as adults.
for sure. There's just too many awesome animated shots. I mean, they went all in on this episode, you can tell. And it paid off, at least for the fans.
And for the people that say it's not Super Saiyan 4, y'all are dumb, okay?
That like Daima, I know that like half the fan base is still really against this series, and they just simply don't want to watch kids again. But
yeah, I don't. I'm not. Just don't hate it. Just not interested in it. We're not interested in children. Just not. No one wants to see children, but other kids. I didn't. Even though Gotenks was cool, when they made the whole series, when they made the whole show in the boot during the boot cycle about Gotenks, I was over it. I didn't care because I saw Goku as a kid in Dragon Ball. After he grew up, I just wasn't interested in kids anymore. You know, Gohan was okay because he was Goku's son, but you know they just wrote his character. They did it better with Gohan because at least he had grown-ups around him and all that other stuff. Everything wasn't revolved around Gohan until the Cell Saga. The Saiyan Saga started out, but the Cell Saga made it about him. But he was. I mean, Gohan was a menace in the Cell Saga. But Gotenks was just, because when Goten and Trunks transformed into Gotenks, yeah, they were stronger than Gohan ever could be as a Super Saiyan 2 in the Cell Saga. But, it was still dumb and wacky because the fate of the world was left up to 7-year-olds, and I didn't like it. But that's just Toriyama stuff. So I wasn't mad about it because that's Toriyama humor. It's just the way it is. Everything's not going to go the way you want it to go. But just like this the whole Daima stuff, it doesn't line up with anything. It doesn't make sense. That's why I don't like it, because it just doesn't line up with the continuity. They started going all the way off the rails.
We only got 2 more episodes, boys, and it's going to be over, and then we're going to go back to Dragon Ball Super with the Moro arc. And if we get the Moro arc in this quality, boys, it's over. Like, Dragon Ball is so back. If they can just do adult Dragon Ball in this level of quality, which they should have no problem doing, I mean, it really isn't that much different to make them kids as to draw them as adults. It's almost identical. So if they can give us this level of quality as kids, they can definitely do it as adults. It's maybe slightly easier on the highly animated Sakuga scenes, but other than that, I think this is extremely promising for Dragon Ball Super's return. So here we get this one awesome scene here near the end where
I don't think they should go into Super after this, to be honest with you. I think they should let all that just go. Just let all that stuff go. Just reboot everything. They should reboot it all the way back to they should take it all the way back to Dragon Ball Z, but another continuity. Like just redo the arcs again. But make the continuity different. Just wipe everything clean. Have a new continuity, different timeline, something like that. Just make Goku not the same animation it had back then, but make it just make the appearances of the enemies different when they first appear on Earth, when he first gets introduced to enemies. Marvel and DC does it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just rehash just reboot it. Reboot everything. And then you as far with the Super Saiyan transformations, you don't have to have a whole bunch of crazy Super Saiyan transformations. Just make Super Saiyan more powerful. That's all you have to do. When he fights Frieza, he can still go Super Saiyan. But and then when Cell comes around, you just make Super Saiyan more powerful. You just expound upon that actual transformation. You don't have to have a bunch of different hair colors and all that other stuff. Just make Super Saiyan stronger as you go. So, I mean, Toriyama tried to do it. He just didn't follow through with it. He just said Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 are just powered up versions of Super Saiyan. They're all Super Saiyan. It's just powered up Super Saiyans. Goku himself, Goku named them those forms. He really didn't quite know what they were. Knew what they were. He just called them Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. But I don't think they should go into Super after this. I think they should just reboot everything because we've had enough of the transformations. We had enough of all of that stuff. I really think Super Saiyan should be the only transformation. Super Saiyan, and you can find a way to put Super Saiyan 4 in there because Super Saiyan 4 is just sick, man. I don't like the kid version, but it's just sick. I love it.
Goku starts charging up this beautiful Kamehameha where they change the color.
You could even, matter of fact, you could do Super Saiyan 2 and 3, but you don't have to go into Ultra Instinct and all the other stuff from Super. Just do Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's what I think. You don't have to have all these other different transformations. Just use those 4. That's all you need. Really, that's all you need. To me. Just have those 4. I'd accept that. You have a whole series. It ends with the Majin Buu arc, but with Super Saiyan 4. You could bring, like I say, you could just redo it. That's what I say. And you don't have to call it Super Saiyan 4. It could just be an evolved Ozaru form. It'd be like an evolved Ozaru. But they, because you don't achieve it the same way you achieve all the other Super Saiyans. They just call it Super Saiyan 4, but you don't achieve it the same way. But anyway, let's finish this so I can get off of here.
Colors, and it's just like, oh my god, like you just can't take your eyes off. And he gets punched in the face really hard, and like you think he gets knocked out, and you're like, oh no, but my boy is like still charging up the Kamehameha like after taking the hit to the face. That camera rotation animation just with the Kamehameha right into Goma, like beautiful, just so beautiful and creamy. But even though he took the full brunt of that blast, that Oculus, the third eye, powers him up even more, and now he grows into a massive giant, but it's also representative of his power. I mean, normally in Dragon Ball, being a giant doesn't make you stronger, at least for Piccolo it didn't, but when Goma attacks Goku here, he like tries to block it and just gets owned. So now Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku is like nothing, which is why I think this wish is going to turn him back into an adult, and then he's going to get Super Saiyan 4 again. But adult Super Saiyan 4 is going to go real crazy next episode.
If that happens, I'll watch it. But if it doesn't, then I'll be here laughing.
I can almost guarantee you guys it's coming. Glorio goes to make a wish because Aransu tells him to wish to make her the new Demon King so she can stop Goma, but he makes his wish in Namekian, summoning the Demon Shenlong is finally here. He's really cool and really strong. There's one point where Goma even...
No, I like the dragon. I like the dragon. It just looks like a red Purunga, but I still like the dragon.
Flies in, tries to attack him to stop the wish, and the dragon literally just flicks him away. So like, damn, dude, like how strong is this dragon? Like, holy crap. Glorio has his guilty conscience here. We've been talking about this the whole series. There's just been so many signs that at the end of the series, he's going to switch and become a good guy. And one of the Namekian words he says is like child to pop, which, I mean, is a pretty telltale sign that he's reversing them being turned into children. The wish is...
God, I hope so.
Is made, and Aransu thinks that she's going to be Demon King, but everybody's going to grow up here, 99.99% sure.
I hope so.
And that's the end of the episode.
Master Media, I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. I hope they do turn them back into adults, because this has just been the huge waste of everyone's time.
But next episode, adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus King Goma, the finale of Daima. I'm sure episode 20 will just be them like cleaning everything up and going home. But next episode's gonna be lit, dude. Like, it's gonna be one of those episodes I feel like you could watch over and over. Did you like this or not? I think it was pretty cool, but being an almost...
I think it should have just been a movie. Yeah, I think it should have just been a movie, like a one-off, like a really long movie special, like a 2-part movie special. They did it with Justice League, like that Crisis and stuff. They did like a 3-parter. I think it should have just been a 3-part movie. That's just me though.
Almost 40-year-old man, it is really hard for me to be sympathetic to the kids. So I definitely understand like the old school Dragon Ball fan base like me that grew up with it. We were watching Dragon Ball Z when we were in middle school on Toonami. So most of us are adults now, and it's, I get it. It's hard to watch the kids, but you got to admit that this transformation in this episode was pretty cool. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Super Saiyan 4 is now canon, officially canon. That's right. It's in the record books.
It's always been canon. People just don't understand that. Anything that's in Dragon Ball is probably, it's just, whatever happened, it happened. Just because it's a different writer, it don't mean, it might not have been the main timeline, but it exists. Super Saiyan 4 has always existed. So, I mean, I just think that's just, Toriyama just wanted to put it in the series. And like I said, he didn't have to make them kids to do all this stuff, But oh well, I already made my point on that.
No more arguing there. I'll see you guys next week for Adult Super Saiyan 4.
I hope so.
Service Titan.
I hope so. But anyway, that's all I have for this one. I don't care about anything else. I'm just going to. But that was all I had for that. I'm going to log off here. I got other things. What time is it? It's probably almost midnight. I got to get off of here. I got to go to bed. I got to prepare to do an important speech tomorrow. So, yeah, probably got a long day tomorrow too. But for today, I'm just getting off of here. Because I got to go to bed and rest up for tomorrow. So, hope y'all have a good night, and see y'all on the next one.
Changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already